Hi, everybody. Coming up on 11 o'clock, here's your Monday update. The big story is this push of cool marine air that is producing a solid cloud deck for the most part from the coast through the valley up into the Cascades. Looking at some of the live cameras this morning. First, the Gerhardt by the Sea resort camera. That's on the rooftop of that condo resort community. It's up by McMinimans looking south. You should be able to clearly see Tillamook Head and Seaside's down there, but you can't. And also, you notice some moisture on the camera lens. So, quite a few reports of the low cloud deck producing a little bit of light moisture at the beach this morning. Inland, the same cloudiness, not as low, and I have not seen reports of any traces of moisture. That's Willamette Valley Vineyards camera just south of Salem off of I-5. Sometimes when these marine decks start to lift, they squeeze out a little bit of moisture and you do get a touch of some mist in the air. So that's a possibility today. With that said, I still don't, I still think it's at least possible and not everybody clears in the valley. So that we could be cloudy well into the afternoon hours and then see just a few spots clear out while other locations on this Monday remain cloudy. So that's definitely going to keep temperatures on the cooler side. Now, when you get out into the gorge, it's cloudy. And then right before you get to Hood River, bam, it clears out. Look at the blue sky. That's Indian Creek Golf Course in Hood River this morning. Beautiful sunshine there. And again, that's just to the east of where the clearing line is taking place. Okay, one of the big headlines is our high fire danger in parts of the gorge up through the Columbia Basin. So everything in red on this map is under a red flag warning. This is Hood River, the Dalles, east of Pendleton, up through the Columbia Basin. This same area had quite a bit of lightning early this morning. At last check, lightning was still being detected, but north of Pendleton up into Washington, the storms in Oregon have ended. But on the backside of those storms, we're seeing gusty west winds, and that's the reason for the red flag warning. Gusts between Hood River, the Dalles out into Pendleton, 30 to 40 miles per hour at times throughout the rest of today into this evening. And by the way, I'm sure we have crews busy scanning live camera networks, et cetera, to see if we have any fire starts from the lightning that moved across this area earlier today. And again, there's still lightning outside of Lewiston up towards Spokane at this hour. So all eyes on that red flag warning today for high fire danger. Right now it's posted through the evening hours. Okay, back to this cool / comfortable / cloudy weather pattern. So this is a marine layer of flow. This is a visible satellite picture. So basically, if you're up in space on the satellite, you had a camera, you were snapping pictures of the clouds. This is what you'd come up with. You can see there are the map itself is blank or black where it's not showing any clouds. So it's clear over in Bend. We just saw the clearing line is right over Hood River. And then we have some breaks showing up on the west side, but not many. And you can see the clouds where I drew my white squiggly line. That's the low cloud deck banking up into the Cascades. At last check, it was cloudy all the way up through Government Camp and then sunny at Timberline. So that's a pretty good depth of a 4,000-foot high marine layer. These clouds, I don't think will clear out at the coast today much. There may be some partial clearing this afternoon, parts of the Willamette Valley, while other locations, especially up in the southwest Washington, simply remain cloudy. So that's going to keep the temperatures on the cooler side. The reason for the thunderstorms we had today in the gorge and out through the Columbia Basin, and the reason for the solid marine push, is the disturbance on this map where you see I have an X over Washington. That's a disturbance that swung in this morning, and it's brought with it that low cloud deck. I had on my 7-day the chance that we could get some traces of moisture with the low cloud flow. Again, we've seen that at the coast this morning. Have not seen anything inland. Tomorrow, I think we're in between disturbances. You can see a second one back where you see the 573 and closed contour. That's a weak low. So tomorrow we're kind of in between. I think tomorrow we start off with the morning clouds and we clear out and we'll warm up a little bit. Then that next disturbance comes in Wednesday morning. That does not look to be as strong of a marine push as what we're getting so far today, meaning I like our chances that Wednesday will eventually clear out, but certainly comfortable temperatures overall today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and maybe even into Thursday. Now, once we get past that second disturbance on Wednesday, the focus of my forecast quickly goes to a high pressure ridge building in and warming to hot temperatures. So this is the European upper level model on Saturday. Notice that big high, the H, over California and Nevada. And notice that enclosed contour, that's a 597 high. That's a big one. That's a strong heat maker for this time of the year. We've had the record heat being reported in parts of Arizona and California the last several days. That's still going on. So what this is showing is that that core of the hot weather is going to start migrating or pushing northward again this coming weekend. And like our last heat wave last week, we'll be kind of on the northern periphery of where this hot weather ridge goes. But all weather models show we'll be 90 or better on Saturday. Right now, I think the best bet is we're still in the 90s on Sunday, and then we'll cool back down on Monday. So it doesn't appear this will go on for more than 2 days or so. I mean, I suppose we could hit 90 on Friday. That's the first day that we start to get in to this high pressure setup. Here's a look at the air mass. This is on the left. I've just kind of drawn my yellow or gold line around the hot air, the red colors. So that's just hot air across New Mexico, Arizona, California, Nevada, and then extending this weekend northward up through Idaho, Washington, Oregon, up into British Columbia of Canada. And if you look to the right, this is the same European model putting out high temperature projections for Saturday. So notice where I circled the valley, 90 in Portland, 90 Salem, 92 Albany, 92 Eugene. Shows 94 in the Dalles. And then if you go out into the Columbia Basin, we've got 100 degrees in Pendleton, 100 degrees up into central Washington. Now, here's the deal. I feel like this map's probably not hot enough. When I look at the air mass and I interpolate between a couple different models, I come up with an absolute temperature max potential for Portland and Salem of 96 degrees on Saturday and mid 90s again on Sunday. So we'll see if that comes true. It does look like this setup will give us, while not a strong east wind, a somewhat dominant northeast to east wind flow. And that would help get us at least up into the mid 90s on Saturday and possibly again on Sunday. So watching this setup, notice the east wind flow doesn't look strong enough to cover the coast. So if that's the fact, the coast of this upcoming weekend could be cloudy, foggy, with temperatures only in the 60s or 70 at most. I'm not sure about the overall setup or strength of the east wind. So if you have plans to be at the beach this upcoming weekend, just kind of stay tuned as we try to fine tune that surface flow a little bit more. And with that said, here's my 7-day. So maybe a trace of rain yet here in the valley. I've got 75, but if you fail to see the sun at your home this afternoon, you probably won't be 75. You'll be low 70s, 71 maybe. Salem, if you folks get some decent clearing, even by 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, you could be maybe 75, 76, 77. Tomorrow, morning clouds. If we start clearing by the noon hour, we'll have a chance to get up to 80 degrees. And then Wednesday, remember that next disturbance. So that's a thicker marine push, and that's why I expect some clearing, but I hold the temperature back down to 77. So again, overall, really comfortable summer weather the next several days. Thursday, I just see sunshine, and there's the warm-up beginning, 85, 89, maybe 90 on Friday. And right now I'm going 94 on Saturday, 94 on Sunday. That Saturday's, I just noticed that should be a sunny icon. So I need to make that correction. Saturday's sunny, not cloudy, sunny and hot, like my words say. Sunday's the same. And then right now I cool Monday down to about 83 degrees with potentially some morning clouds to start next week. Okay. If you haven't hit subscribe yet to my YouTube channel, again, that helps me out. I really appreciate you doing that. The 7-day is off of my weather site that I own and operate. So you can always find my manual work here, portlandweather.com, also an app. Search Portland Weather in the App Store. And with that, I will bid you a pleasant Monday and a nice Tuesday. I'll talk to you soon.